Phoenix Business Exchange East End Edition on this fine Wednesday. And if you're in the Ottawa Valley, it's raining slightly. And if you're not, you're probably in a sunnier area. So what's going on? Well, you know what? It's the beginning of April. We weren't here last week. So first thing to remind you about is to send your stats to Tony. So if you did business with somebody else, and it doesn't matter who you did it with, but if you did business with another member in the Phoenix group, let Tony know the total number of dollars spent, and it just helps the stats. And you'll soon see why that's a relevant thing. I'm going to share a screen now, and it's going to be of our Phoenix website, pbx.ca. And you're more than welcome to come on in. So if you're viewing this online, either through Facebook, LinkedIn, or otherwise, come on in. It's all good. A member of the week is Dr. Shane Bayless. And if you don't know what Shane does, well, click the video here. He'll explain how he helps you get your body in alignment. And if you're a hockey player, you'll really understand it because apparently, he's kind of the mechanic for the body, at least for the bones and the muscular skeletal portions of it. Shane's e-card is right here, and it'll have all the different ways from Sunday to get a hold of him. So Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning, between 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time, you can join these meetings. Just click one of these three buttons right here. On April 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have an after hours group, and you're more than welcome to come on in that space if you're a Phoenix member. And it's an accountability group. It's not someone standing there, giving you the hairy eyeball. It's more about helping you stay on target with either your personal goals or, more importantly, your business goals. Upcoming member events, click here. Canada Growth Network, we host an event every Monday. There are going to be exceptions during holidays, and free to attend,
I
1
don't
to
want
2
it to go
p.m.
bad.
And sorry, here we go. East Trade Winds, we also meet every Tuesday at 8 to 9 Eastern, free to attend for anybody. And we have different guest speakers. Actually, this week was Josh Lamb speaking. He was talking about IT and what you got to be mindful of and how to make sure your system stays stable. East End Group next week is meeting on the 22nd at 7:30 a.m. We will be both live Zoom. So up here in the Wednesday morning group and here in the East End group on the 22nd, same link. Just click it, but we're just a half hour early and we're in person at Hive. We're doing the same thing at the South End group the following week on the 30th at River Lounge. We're meeting at River Lounge, and then again, come on in. It's a great place to visit, and it's just off of the Prince of Wales and Hunt Club area. QR directory, QR directory for all folks that are here. You can find out what they are doing and what they're doing, how to reach them, and other information. This goes back now to the e-cards. 165 clients have used those e-cards to track us down. That's a good thing. All right. It's not like you're in an espionage game, trying to hide. So this is a good way to help leverage that marketing perspective. We've done over $5 million worth of business since 2016, just between members. Year-to-date numbers are $18,878 worth of business since January 9th. I'm going to stop share. I'm going to swing the mic over to Dashcam Sam, who has our educational minute. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Stars Connected Cars. Are you a person who likes to top off your car when it comes to filling it up? In other words, you put the gas hose in there in line and you fill up your car and you want to round it off to say even numbers and by keep clicking the handle to keep it going until it's right full. If you are, you could be causing your car serious damage these days. Not back when I was a kid, but certainly today's cars, because connected to that fuel line, especially the upper part of the hose line, is the evap system. It's called the evaporating system because it works on the vapors from the gasoline and they draw that back through the car so you aren't polluting the environment as much. So I would highly recommend that you stop doing that if you are. And when you go to fill your car up, maybe not in Scotland, but certainly here in North America, you put it on fast fill. And when it shuts off, don't put any more gasoline in there. because repairing that evap system, it's called a canister, the evap canister, can cost you anywhere between 500 and several $1,000s in repairs. So I highly recommend that you stop filling up that car right to the top, or rounding it off to the even numbers. Just stop it when it goes fast fill, and put the hose away, even if it's change in pennies. That's it for me. Back to you, Bernie.
Sam, thank you so much. And we're live on LinkedIn, and that is in the chat is the link to reach and post your details on LinkedIn on the Phoenix page. And now we're going round robin of, hey, what's been going on in your neck of the woods? Any BAMs, referrals that have transpired? And the fickle finger of fate is looking at Susan Ebbs because she is staring somewhat at her screen. And then we will go to Eric. Susan, over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, one and all. I don't know what day I'm on. I went out to dinner with for my daughter's birthday last night, so it must be Friday or Saturday. But then there's our meeting, and so I don't know. Maybe it's Monday. I don't know. All confused. I'm Susan Ebbs. I represent a company called Melaleuca.com, and we specialize in non-toxic cleaning products. Our products are safe for the environment, and even better, safe for us humans. And they make your house smell nice and save yourself some money. I didn't bring a product to showcase for me, but hey, Solumel is my favorite product. If you've got a dog, soils the carpet or whatever, you just spray a little bit of Solumel on it, which is diluted, so you're saving yourself some money. And it gets rid of the spot, gets rid of the smell, and it's perfect for cleaning up those spots, or maybe you spilled some wine at that birthday party, who knows. I'm not positive if I reported a couple of weeks ago, I had a BAM with Jovan,
Jovan.
and we talked about Melaleuca and his business, and had a really good conversation. I ended up getting sick with the flu, so I haven't talked to him since. So there is a potential for business with him, ongoing business with Wendy and Penny Lee. And I did some business with Jackie this week. Just I'm waiting for the product to come in so I can get that into her hands. So that's it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Susan, thank you so much. Next quick promo. It's about the East Trade Wins, and who's speaking next week? It's Doug Brown, CEO Sales Strategy. He finds the missing money. He's out of the US. Eric, over to you, and then we will go to Wendy.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning. Eric Sorego of CA Pros. We are an accounting firm, and we are located in Canada. We specialize with people who cannot do their taxes themselves. And that could be, my practice is divided between 30% of people are too old to do their taxes themselves, and 70% have a complicated life and cannot do their taxes themselves. So the rest of the year, well, even now, I concentrate on corporate clients. I do year ends, I do corporate taxes. I sometimes take some of those people in the personal tax section who have gotten in trouble with the government, and we shepherd them through the tax courts. With if it's the fault of the client, we hire a lawyer that represents the client. If it's the fault of CRA, we don't hire a lawyer because we can convince the tax court. We can show the mistakes to the tax court, and it forces the CRA to go back. So that's how I spend my year. The last 2 weeks I've been doing it with a cold, and that's why I missed I missed Monday. You know, I worked the weekend, and when I woke up Monday, I was not ready for prime time. So so so, so I was I'm fighting. But the cold is over. Um, and you know, I've been keeping up my exercise. You know, I haven't played soccer competitively in the last 10 days, but I will start Sunday again. And I want to close today by saying to people that if you are a business or you have business income or rental income, you are going to be facing the artificial intelligence of CRA. And they were doing that. They've been doing that for 10 years, but they were doing that for 10 years, um, you know, meshing information. Now the artificial intelligence follows your return and follows the returns of all the people that are coded the same way you are. So what does that mean? That means that if you are, you know, let's say someone who's Wendy selling real estate. Okay, so selling real estate. What you have now is when you send your in the case of Wendy her corporate tax returns, you know, over the last 25 years, we code the corporate tax return with something called Giphy, which is, you know, how we classify information. So if Wendy has an expense for entertainment, her Giphy code is that Giphy code that she uses is the one that everybody in the world in Canada uses for entertainment. Not just Wendy, everybody uses that code. So I send my tax return in, you know, and I say that I spent $15,000 in meals and entertainment. And I'm in real estate, and my sales is exactly in the same ballpark as Wendy. And Wendy says she spent 5,000 in meals and entertainment. And then everybody else in Ottawa says they spend between 4 and 6,000. But I'm here at 15,000. I am the new audit target of CRA now. That's how their audit goes. And the government is spending $7 billion in improving that system, so the system catches more of us than it did before by comparing us to our world and comparing us to what we do, to our location, like if my practice was in Pembroke, there's no, even if my sales were the same, there's no way that I would have the same entertainment and expenses that I would have in Ottawa. But my mileage, my car might be bigger because my area is bigger. So the artificial intelligence takes all of that into account. And it's very difficult to fight unless you build your system based on that, which you can do by going to Industry Canada and looking at their statistical stuff of businesses for businesses under $100,000 in sales, under $200,000 in sales, on and on and like that, and then what they spend in typical expenses. And if the average in Canada for meals and entertainment is, I don't know, 3% of sales, well, and you put 5% of sales, that triggers a letter. The other thing that triggers a letter is who signs your financial statements and who signs your corporate tax returns. If it's not an accountant, that automatically puts you into another section of review. So you have to be able to go to an accountant when you have complicated stuff. You know, like the respect we get from CRA on the phone is not the same respect that my clients get from CRA on the phone. That's the number one. You know, like when they talk to us, they assume, maybe wrongly, but they assume that we know the Tax Act. When they talk to you, they assume that you don't know the Tax Act, and they become more aggressive with you. But they don't become aggressive with us because, you know, It's not my fault. It's the client, right? So I'm discussing the area of the client. So that's why they gear people into going to accountants because it's easier to deal with, and you know we now do a lot of that tax work, that we didn't do before. The intermediary work, the dealing with CRA, the answering their letters. I would say that my office spends 3 days a week just with CRA on the phone. So
You
six
getting
one three
flowers? Are you getting flowers at least?
no uh, six one
Sorry.
three 254 7310 for this and many other areas of concern. You can give me a shout.
Oh, Eric. Thank you, sir. It is prudent advice. It's good to understand. Don't be the outlier, otherwise you'll draw attention. I just put the reminder for April 22nd at Hive in the chat, and I'm going to swing the mic over to Wendy and then Sam. Go
Good
ahead,
morning,
Wendy.
everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and team lead at the Ottawa House and Condo Group. Thank you, Eric, for your wisdom. Thank you for the reminder of all of these complications with CRA. Right now, realtors are not being replaced by AI. The public still needs real service from real people. They are very concerned about, obviously, all the moving parts that are associated with buying and selling homes. And so I specialize in residential real estate in helping people to navigate through the steps to reach their end goal. I do have ongoing business with Susan Ebbs. I just put in an order last evening, ongoing business with Tony and with Kat as well. If anyone knows of a family who wants to move to Richmond, I've got a beautiful bungalow that launched today at 26 Moore Street. And so the website for it is 26moore.ca if you want to check it out. If you know anybody, please send them my way. And obviously, if you know of anyone that's looking to make a move, feel free to share my name and number. Thank you.
Wendy, thank you so much. Next quick promo. The Podcast Alliance Quarterly Meetup and Mastermind is happening April 29th from 11 to 1, 11 a.m., not 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. because Carl does not work the midnight hour. And $47. Actually, he was saying earlier this week at East Trade Winds, the special is still on, which is about, I think, another $10 less, if I'm not mistaken. However, I could be. Just go to the link and follow up there. And Sam, over to you, sir.
Thank you again, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Stewart, connectedcars.ca. There's my contact information in the chat. I call myself Dashcam Sam because I have a specialty at installing dash cameras in cars, nice and neat, no wires hanging down right to the fuse panel of the car. And I make sure that everything is connected, including parking mode. If that's the dash camera you wanted to buy, you want to make sure that even your cars, when your car's off, it's protected. I can install a dash camera with parking mode. Besides dash cameras, I also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs. And these days I'm getting lots of exercise lifting tires. It's summer tire installation season. I even have a car upstairs right now waiting for me to put the summer tires on for a friend of mine I used to play hockey with. Let's see here. When I do a summer tire installation, I include with it a free brake inspection. I took a look at all of the brakes on the car, make sure they're in good shape, and I give a recommendation if there's some issue with the car to the customer. That's it for me. Oh, BAMS wise, let's see here. Steve Bredekmeyer, he was here last week. I installed his summer tires in his car. I will see Q this Saturday. Summer tires her. And I've been dealing with Norm Boyer because we went for a walk, my wife and I, and we noticed all these nice, look like stained glass front windows, doors, windows in these houses. And believe it or not, these are inserts. And I've been dealing with Norm, and we're going to get an insert put into our front window in our door in our house. That's it for me. Back to you, Bernie.
Sam, thank you so much. And next quick prompt here is actually it's Carl again. He's speaking of the Power Hour next Monday, 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern. Free to attend. So you want to hear Carl talk about 15, 20 minutes about podcasting? He is more than glad to share his insights. The next quick prompt I'm going to type in here is, do you know that cat can help you? And this is Cat Herd. She can help you promote your content information within the Phoenix space. She does the social media for Phoenix. And speaking of Cat, I think I'm going to swing over to Cat, and then I go to Cat number 2. Cat number 1, over to you, ma'am.
My cat number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just so I want to make sure I'm the right person talking. So I've not been doing my pitch, so I am just going to, because cat number 2 is here and she doesn't know who I am, I'm going to do a little bit of my own pitch this time. So I do work in the marketing space. So I work across anything from branding, social media, email marketing, and millions of other things. So what I want to do today is, rather than tell you what I'm looking for, I want to ask you to do me a favor. I want you to look at your own marketing and look at what you're putting out. So what do you have on social? What do you have on your website? What goes out in your emails? What advertising do you have, whether it's paid advertising, whether it's digital advertising, whether it's in a magazine advertising? I don't care. I need you to look at all of this stuff. And I need you to check that the concept of your business, the messaging of your business, is the same across every medium, every platform that you have your business marketed. Why? Because I want somebody to pick up a magazine article that says, this is what Susan does, and it matches what they will find on her website, on her social media, on her emails. Why is that important? Because people recognize brands. You know, when you see the Coca-Cola brand, you know what it stands for. You know what McDonald's means. So what we need to do is make sure that your branding, your values, your messaging matches everywhere. I'm not trying to get you to give me it to do, but I want you to look at your own stuff and see where it differs. If you need to reach out, or you want to reach out and have a conversation, I'm more than happy to chat with you. But this is about making sure that you are visible where you need to be visible, in the way that you need to be visible, if that makes sense. Lecture over. Thank you, Bernie.
Lecture. Okay, Cat Pandur, unmute yourself. Tell us what you do, and let us know about your business, and but that unmute the mic button is just going to be tricky here.
Am I good?
You are good, ma'am. Go ahead.
All right. So my name is, first I want to thank Susan and you guys for having me on board this morning. I super appreciate that. So my name is Kathy. I've been a Norex consultant now for 2 years. Norex is cleaning without harsh chemicals. Their mission is live cleaner, safer, better without using harsh chemicals. We are paired with EWG. If anybody knows what that is, it's called Environmentally Working Group. And they are a nationwide website. They have over 100,000 chemicals plus on their website. You can go on there. Anybody can go on and look at what chemicals are in your stuff. They get over 2,000 hits an hour. They've done a nationwide website with adults alone, and 80% of people are worried about what they eat, what they put on their skin, the whole bit. Our products, we have everything from pet care, home care, skin care. I'll just show you one example. So this is our laundry soap. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but this is EWG certified. And this package here, if you were to look on the back and you see that scoop, you are not to use that because it is so concentrated and so clean. You're only going to use 1 teaspoon per load out of this bag. This is a 1 kilogram bag. So you're going to use 1 teaspoon per load, and there's 220 teaspoons in this bag. Just in sharing that, we have everything, deodorant, we have pump laundry soap, everything is super clean. Eventually all our 300 products will be EWG certified. They recycle plastics that would have ended up in our world's ocean. That's it for me.
Thank you so much. And next promo is Mike Wazowski. He is your stand-in specialist. So if you can't make a meeting, reach out to him, and he will be able to represent you. A doppelganger of sorts. No, he's not a perfect doppelganger. He won't look exactly like any of us, but he'll convey your message. And I'm speaking of conveying a message. This one is for Jacqueline Richards. She is the wealthy yogini. I always have a problem saying that one. So she works on mortgages. She helps you find the best financial point in the universe. And she's blended the financial expertise with yoga and mindfulness, and so that's kind of her persona. And if money's ever kept you up at night, or better yet, if you haven't sat back, dropped your shoulders, and let a big breath out and in, or in and out, she's the person that'll remind you to do that. And I'm going to swing the mic over to Dr. Tony.
Dr. Tony.
Dr. Tony. Tune us
Wow.
in. You like that?
I need a prescription.
Wow, we. Well, hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. I am a medium, clairvoyant. I give readings and personal tuning sessions. I mostly work with tuning forks to be able to balance people's energy in so many ways. And we could do it from a spa level where we just sort of feel good to something much more drastic where I will sometimes get calls in the middle of the night from somebody that is going through like a suicide episode or something. So I do the heavy stuff too. And, there's a lot that spirit has to say on a regular basis. So you usually channel something just enough so that person can come in the next day so we can do the real work. So that's kind of what I do. One of the things that we're really working on is we're expanding our crystal line. And where we also have healing copper bracelets. Now, we always hear about things about what copper can do. This is a pure copper, and when it touches the skin between the 8-12 hour area, those minerals are absorbed into the bloodstream, increases circulation, better sleep. It does have pain reduction. Now, there's a lot of claims that it helps a lot with arthritis, and it doesn't do that for pain because it's mostly for increasing the circulation and inflammation in your system. But over a long period of time, it could have the effects over arthritis as well. But a lot of people are looking for something instant. But so you basically put it on, and I have it in several sizes, from small to man size. So sometimes it's hard to get ones for all sizes, but there are a lot of people that have large arms, and so we can tailor make it to whatever size. We have 4 different sizes in that, and it'll be really good for to help you just with your inflammation and stuff. So if you want some more information, you can always let us know. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. We are here to raise your spirits. I've did some ongoing business with Shane. Ellen is still doing some things with Shane there. Josh, ongoing business there. Eric, he's doing our taxes there this year. And did some, of course, ongoing business with Kat. She's amazing. You got to see her. And I do looking for now the bistro at Hive. I got to get this person's number again. So anyway, I'll find out from Bernie so we can send some reference to the bistro. I think his name is Peter. Is it Peter?
No,
Josh. No,
I think it's Josh.
I think it's Josh. Okay, cool. So anyway, we're doing our best to try and spread the wealth. Okay, thanks a lot, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. And for myself, Bernie Fransgrote, Creative Insight is the kind of the pinnacle of the business. Knack for Business Podcasting is one of the elements. East Trade Winds and Canada Growth Network is another element of it. If you want to see kind of who's been recently speaking for this week, they're already posted. If you go to the K4B blog post, you'll see the details. So Josh, so there's kind of what activity's been going in the background. Josh spoke this Tuesday, about Sterling Grace Technologies, about the IT element. And what else to tell you? Tony was there, Jacqueline was there, so, and Carl was there at East Trade Winds yesterday. So you pick up business in some of these meetings, and you never know where things will lead next. And with that, without much more ado, I'm going to swing the mic over to Susan McGarry. Tell us what's happening, man.
Thank you so much, Bernie. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Kat, for joining us today. This is awesome. I use that laundry detergent and I still have half a bag. So it does go a long way. And I love that lavender pump because my pillow tastes like lavender and helps me fall asleep and stay asleep. So thank you for that. I'm going to go right into the video. I'm Susan with PureTrim. I have been with this company for over 25 years full time. We have an 82% reorder ratio. So that just gives you an idea of how powerful these Mediterranean health and wellness supplements are. And what's really cool about them is that I haven't gotten sick in over 25 years. Like I hear people talking about getting sick, the flu, this, that. I just don't get sick. So I think a lot has to contribute to the fact that I'm on these every single day and I'm looking after myself from the inside out, addressing root cause as opposed to symptom. So we're going to pop on a video. Tony, did you want to help me with that or did you want me to? I can certainly pull it up. And I'll just play that for today's meeting.
Myself off mute, and I got this. Yeah.
Are you clear of parasites? Before you answer this question, do any of these symptoms sound familiar? Low energy or feeling tired in the afternoons, weight problems or late night sugar cravings, memory problems, redness or itchy skin, joint and muscle pain, gas, bloating, or even indigestion, or getting sick frequently. While most doctors focus on symptoms, they often overlook the root cause, which in many cases is parasites. Skeptical? Let's dive deeper with a doctor.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Workenden. I'm a board-certified physician here practicing in the United States for the last 25 years. About 12 years ago, I started going to Africa, and I started seeing tons of parasite problems in Uganda, in Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Senegal. And the thing that I realized coming back was we don't just have parasite problems in Africa or South Central America. We've got lots of parasite problems right here in North America, Canada, the United States, the Western world. I spent years studying how hidden parasites can wreak havoc on our bodies. Here's some ways parasites can be affecting your health right now. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a parasite? A parasite is an organism that lives inside or on another organism called the host, and literally survives by stealing nutrients from it. In other words, from you. Some parasites are so tiny you'd need a microscope to see them, while others, like tapeworms, are large enough to be visible. No matter their size, they can all negatively impact our health. Are you suffering from joint pain, knee pain, low back pain? Many parasites release toxins that cause inflammation, which can lead to aches and pains in your muscles and joints. A study published in the Parasitology Research Journal noted that a joint and muscle pain may stem from myositis, an inflammatory condition that can be caused by a number of different parasites, including trichinella, a roundworm, Tinisolium, a tapeworm caught from pork, or Toxoplasma, usually caught from cats. Now, do you know anybody with low energy? Parasites can steal nutrients from your body, leaving you feeling drained and exhausted, no matter how much rest you get or vitamin supplements you take. A 2024 study published in the Journal of Parasitology Research found that a parasite called E. vermicularis, also known as a human pinworm, lives in your digestive tract and eats nutrients from your body, such as iron, zinc, and selenium. These parasites are effectively stealing the nutrition from the foods you eat. Have you ever struggled with digestive problems like indigestion, bloating, constipation, diarrhea? Parasites disrupt your gut health, throwing off the delicate balance of your digestive system. A healthy colon is home to millions of microbes, many of which are required for the body to function properly. But a 2024 study in the Pathogens Medical Journal found that parasites, even common protozoa, which are a single-celled parasite, and helminths, which are worm-like parasites, damage the healthy gut biome, thus taking over your colon and forcing out the good microbes we need. Current research is even investigating the connection between parasites and conditions like SIBO, which stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and how they affect gut health. This has become more common in women over the age of 30. Parasites may also affect our appetite. Do you ever have late-night cravings for sugar or salty snacks? A study published in the Parasitology International Medical Journal found that some parasites, like roundworms, A. lumbricoides, suppress your appetite and can cause decreased energy. However, other parasites, like tapeworms, were found to increase appetite and increase your food intake. As the tapeworm feeds off the nutrients in your body, you can be left feeling hungry even after you've finished a meal. Educating yourself about parasites is a great first step, but what's even more important is actually doing something about them. I always tell my patients to do a parasite cleanse at least once a year. Keep listening. I'll be sharing the cleanse I recommend in all of my clinics later in this talk. Let's talk about brain fog, memory problems. Parasites have been known to wreak havoc in your brain, making it harder to focus, think clearly, and can even cause memory problems. A 2023 publication from the Neurological Society of India found that depending on the parasite in question, the effect can range from mild cognitive impairment to severe psychosis. A recent USA Today article told the story of a woman who began having hallucinations and difficulty sleeping. Her condition progressed to the point that she had trouble grasping things with her right hand and difficulty in speaking. When doctors performed an MRI, they found a lesion on the left side of her brain about the size of a marble. In surgery, they cut into the lesion to see what was inside, and the doctors discovered that it was actually a baby pork tapeworm trapped inside of a cyst. Other parasites like Toxoplasma gondii, a microscopic parasite, can be contracted from household pets, eating undercooked meat, unpasteurized milk that alter or disrupt the body's neurotransmitters, which is how the brain and the body send signals to each other. This causes people to experience problems with their ability to focus, along with short-term memory issues and cognitive difficulties. Parasites affect our bodies both inside and out. Even your skin can't escape. Parasites are linked to rashes, acne, hyperpigmentation, and red or dry patches, along with other persistent skin conditions. For example, a skin condition called creeping eruption gets its name from causing a winding snake-like rash that quickly spreads. That rash gets its unique shape because of the winding path the hookworm takes while tunneling under your skin. Being sick with parasites may also make you more likely to get sick with other illnesses. This is because many parasites suppress our immune system. A 2024 study published at the University of Utah Health Journal found that parasites, like pinworms, obtained by eating contaminated food or using dirty utensils, have evolved to suppress the human immune system to stop your body from fighting them off. But while these parasites have your defenses weakened, it is essentially opening the front door for any number of pathogens to enter. Remember, most people are chasing symptoms instead of the root cause, which is parasites. Let's discuss the first question I get from my patients, which is, how am I getting these parasites? Here are 4 common ways to get parasites. The first way, if you've ever eaten undercooked meat, especially pork or raw fish like sushi, or unwashed fruits and vegetables, these foods can introduce parasites to the body. Even more troubling, the Journal of Gastroenterology and Hepatology Foundation found that tapeworms can live inside the human body for up to 30 years. The second way to get parasites is from dirty hands. Not washing your hands after the restroom or before eating can transmit parasites like pinworms or roundworms. This happens when your hands touch something like the bathroom doorknob, especially public restrooms, or other contaminated surfaces. So when you touch your face or food, or you pick up your fork with a dirty hand, you have delivered the parasite right into your own body without even knowing it. Now let's talk about our pets. Even if they are clean and regularly visit the vet, pets are a major source of parasites. Sharing bedding or coming into close contact with a family dog can result in becoming a host of different types of parasites, from worms to microscopic parasites. A study published in the American Society of Microbiology Spectrum Journal found that over 50% of dogs have at least one parasite. It went on to explain that one of the most common parasites found in dogs is a microscopic Giardia, a parasite easily transferred from dogs to humans, commonly causes an intestinal infection in humans, resulting in cramps, bloating, flatulence, sulfuric belching, greasy, foul-smelling bowel movements. There are dozens of parasites transmittable from dogs to humans. The issue is more common when your dog sniffs or eats or licks its feces in a behavior called coprophagia. This moves the parasites from the expelled poop to the dog's mouth, ready for transport via a lick to your skin. Just think about that the next time you let your dog lick your face. Dogs may also carry larger parasites like ticks. A 2018 article in the Parasites and Vectors Journal explored the relationship between dogs, ticks, and Lyme disease. Lyme disease is the most common tick-borne infection in both North America and Europe. When you take your dog for a walk, they may unknowingly pick up an infected tick. This tick then has its baby larvae who need to find a new host. This could be you when you pet your dog or let them sleep in your bed. These baby larvae parasites are very small and almost impossible to see. They bite down on their new host, ultimately resulting in contracting Lyme disease. Lyme disease produces a distinct rash called erythema migrans and may also cause fever, chills, headache, fatigue, and joint and muscle aches. Patients will also develop inflammation of the heart. Left untreated, Lyme disease may spread to the nervous system, where it may cause neurological symptoms or stress, anxiety, depression, and memory or concentration problems. All of this from a tiny tick that hitched a ride on your dog. What about cats? A cat's litter box houses a number of unique parasites right in your own home. For example, a 2021 study by the University of Nebraska's Department of Biology explains that the microscopic parasite Toxoplasma gondii uses cats as their definitive host, but can also use humans as an intermediate host. This research suggests that not only could this parasite lead to physical symptoms like fevers in humans, but also result in neurological and neurobehavioral disorders. And this parasite is present in every litter box. There's a reason that doctors strongly urge pregnant women to avoid even having a cat in the home while they're pregnant. Toxoplasma can also cause a condition called ocular toxoplasmosis. This is when the parasite travels to the retina and begins to reproduce. This may rupture cells behind the eye, causing inflammation, blurry or reduced vision, eye redness, sensitivity to the light. It's the most common cause of infections in the back of the eye worldwide and is directly linked to the decrease in night vision, especially while driving. So next time you pet your cat, think twice about rubbing your eyes. The fourth way you can get parasites is by swimming in contaminated water, which can lead to infections from parasites like hookworms. In fact, hot tubs and swimming pools can be a hotbed of different parasites. A 2021 article published in the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly reported detailed reports in 36 states of a parasite called microscopic Cryptosporidium, which causes gastrointestinal illnesses, and Legionella, which causes Legionnaire's disease. From public pools or hot tubs, these places are cesspools of parasites. Even more troubling, they found that Cryptosporidium can even persist in properly chlorinated water, which is especially frightening. No matter how safe or careful we try to be, it is virtually impossible to avoid exposure entirely. Unfortunately, most people test for only a handful of parasites, when really there are 300 known parasites in North America alone and 1,200 throughout the world. Parasites and fungi species are the modern-day health issue plaguing our nation. A 2020 study in the Experimental Parasitology Journal found that people living in the Mediterranean country of Greece have a lower rate of parasitic infections compared to other regions around the world. This isn't a coincidence. We need to turn to the Mediterranean for answers. The parasite cleansing program I recommend in all my clinics is called the Clear Cleanse program by PureTrim. Patients love this program because of the health results. Too often we focus on treating symptoms rather than addressing the root cause. But it's time to shift our mindset. Parasites could be the hidden problem behind many health issues. Clear is a Mediterranean plant-based deep tissue and intestinal cleanse designed to support your body's natural detox process and immune system. Clear has been used for decades in the Mediterranean for dealing with parasites. Now Clear is available in North America with plant-based herbal ingredients known for their intestinal cleansing properties. It's a great way to give your body the support it needs to defend against unwanted invaders, to help restore your energy, your joint mobility, digestion, your memory, If you want to see results, do the 60-day clear cleanse. Just take 3 capsules of the product clear first thing in the morning when you wake up with a full glass of water. With this program, I also suggest another product called Experience, which helps to cleanse the colon and promote regularity. This is important when doing a parasite cleanse. It helps ensure the bowels are functioning properly to quickly eliminate any unwanted invaders. You'll just take 1 or 2 capsules before bedtime. Then to rebuild or strengthen the body, I suggest taking Daily Complete, which is a plant-based liquid vitamin and mineral product with organic antioxidants to strengthen the body. Most people see results within just a few days when starting on Daily Complete, just taking 1 ounce a day. So if you want to get your health back, then get started doing the 60-day clear cleanse now and make sure you're tracking your results. It's time to put your health first. Get back to the person who recommended this video and get started on the Clear Cleanse 60-day program and see the impressive results for yourself. Take action now and get your health back. Thank you for watching.
Thanks so much, Tony. And thank you for allowing me to go a little over my 11 minutes. Absolutely, because that one was a bit of a longer video. I don't know if we have time for questions. You can always set up a BAM with me after the call. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Unless we have time, Bernie, I'll let you decide. Or Tony.
Sorry. Yeah. No, sorry. I had to clear my throat there. I'd rather not make that a soundbite. Go ahead, Wendy.
Susan, thank you for the reminder of the cleanse, because that is important for all of us, since we eat so many different things and are exposed to so many different things. Now, when Craig and I did the liver cleanse together, we didn't have the clear, so I don't really remember what. I think there were little capsules that we had to take instead. So things like Synergy Defense or something. Did something change in Pure?
No, we have 2 cleanses. We have a 90-day liver cleanse, which is the booster pack. It just addresses your liver and cleans and detoxifies and gets rid of the visceral fat. The fatty liver around the liver and detoxifies it. The parasite cleanse is a totally separate 60-day cleanse. So it incorporates Experience and the Daily Complete, but you're using the clear that gets rid of both microscopic and visible parasites in the body. So will it help your liver? I'm sure it will, but those are 2 separate cleanses.
Okay, so when you do the cleanse for the parasite, what it does is it takes out all the parasites, but the good stuff, does it put anything good back in, or is it just take it out?
It takes all the bad out.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes just the bad out. And the way you're going to know if you've passed them is visible ones are obvious. You'll see them in your stool. Microscopic is when you look back and you see air-like bubbles floating to the surface of the toilet bowl, or after you've eliminated, or cloudy-like film. And the cloudy-like film is called Candida. Your naturopath will know what Candida is. It's a yeast infection. So colds, flus, viruses, Candida, yeast infection, all fall under that parasitic umbrella.
Okay, so you can rid of all of that through your stool,
yeah, that's how it passes through.
Okay.
That's why the Experience is so important, because we want to make sure that you're using that and cleaning out the parasites through the stool. Sometimes it's through the skin too. Like I'll have people that will break out a little bit, but then it'll clear up. Because our skin is our largest organ and we excrete most of our toxins and poisons through the skin. Ever notice a smoker? You walk past them, you can smell them. Alcohol, same thing. You might not have drank in a week. And you're like, why does this person smell like alcohol? And you'll say that to them. And you know what? It's because it's coming through their pores. Even if you've showered. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're
Can
welcome.
Can I say something?
Sure, Kat.
No, absolutely not.
I just want to say, Sue, that so you guys know, we take the Cardio 9. My husband's on the liver cleanse. He takes the joint control. Like, this is no word of a lie. I have to tell this story. My husband was not able to lift his left arm over his head at all. He took a bottle of joint control and he wasn't sure if it was working. So I said, let's get another bottle. So he took 2 bottles and he can lift his arm over his head. He can sleep on his left-hand side. He is so grateful for Pure Trim. like he's doing the liver cleanse right now. I mean, right here is my cardio 9, like every morning. So I just love it, Sue. I think it's an amazing product, and I would like to do the parasite. That freaked me out watching that. I want to do I want to do one, please.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
Okay, good. Yeah, thanks a lot, Susan. Yeah, I'll probably pick it up. It's getting better with the weather, so I'm gonna come over with my bike, and
love it.
we'll do another run. Okay. I'll let
Perfect.
you know once things open up. I have a quick question for actually Susan Ebbs, if I may. Susan, they talked about the litter box for the cats and other things in the how things get in. Does the Solumel or anything help with that in terms of helping with the parasites before they get in?
Yeah, because once you've changed your litter, you can spray it with the Solumel,
Okay.
and it won't stop the cats from going in there. They still use the litter box, but it decreases the smell. And um, I'd have to double check about the parasites, but I would think that it would have some
Okay, yeah.
good.
If you could find out, that might be a nice package to be able to get something before and then Susan when it's after. Sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
good presentation, Sue.
Yeah.
That's a new video. I haven't seen that one before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I thought I shared that one before. Thank you, Kat.
Not that particular one. It seemed like they because when Clear first came out, they had a small video. It was like 60 seconds or a couple of minutes when they just had it launched. But this one's a new one.
The
Maybe
studies, yeah. It's
Yeah.
Sue, I'm just curious. Can we share this? Can I
Yeah,
share this
absolutely.
video
Yeah.
with my team, my Norix team, my ladies?
Clear60.com. Yeah,
Okay, I
that's
want them to watch
video.
this. I want them to watch this video.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to sell quite a few at the show there that I was at the Cottage Life. A lot of people are really not everybody, a lot of people walk by and go, like they laugh, which I totally get. So did I. I mean, I'd look at someone, I don't have parasites. But after my sister, you know, and getting, contracting, a fungus in my lung and realizing, oh my God, there was nothing I could do about it. My sister got me on the clear, and that's what cleared it up. So I would be on puffers today if it wasn't for the clear. Yeah,
Wow.
that was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes to 9.
So is it 2 capsules in the morning and then at night the experience is over a overnight thing,
Yeah,
and the daily complete is a morning thing too.
yeah. The clear,
Cardio
they
nine.
want you to take 3 capsules first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up because you're going to feed the parasite, right? They want it on an empty stomach,
Right.
right? And then the daily complete 1 ounce a day, any time of the day, doesn't really matter. I take mine
Uh,
first thing in the morning because I remember, and then the experience in the evening. Yeah,
okay. All right. Okay.
yeah, for
Susan,
2 months.
Susan, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So I'm very concerned. All of these people, I want to share, I want to share, I want to share. And I think that's amazing. But the one thing that concerns me about it is I personally, so I'm Susan's marketer, I need you to share her link because my concern is she's a super nice woman and she doesn't push that everybody's to buy stuff through her. And my concern is that people are going to go to PureTrim. It's the same product, but please use Susan's link. So go to Susan's store if you're going to buy it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if that's mean. I just want to protect Susan. If
Oh
that's
no,
okay.
because we have a corporate site, and even if you look me up, you'll see puretrim.com. So Kat just wants to make sure, and I do this with my table too, and I do
Yep.
yeah,
Get your
susan.puretrim.com. It's the same with Melaleuca, same with
Yeah.
Norwex. You
Yeah,
have to
we,
make sure you
Yep.
use that person's. Thank you for that, Kat. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Kat, I would like to reach out to you to talk to you a little bit about social media if you have time.
Absolutely, of course.
I'm not like user friendly with Instagram or Facebook. I do have it up and running for my business, but I'm in the process of learning.
Yeah.
So
Cat
I
specializes in that.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do.
I don't know what to do. Perfect. I don't get
My
any
kind of woman.
resistance then. It's when you think you know you have a lot. That's what's frustrating.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll be in
Cat's
touch
amazing.
with you.
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Closing quote.
Good stuff.
Closing quote. Closing quote for the day. Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. And Jerry Rice. If I'm not mistaken, Sam knows the gent, his background.